coming here with another video. I hope you guys are doing fantastic, doing alright. I'm kind of okay. So you guys are probably wondering what happened yesterday since I only streamed once. Well, here's what happened. Technically, I'm dealing with a little bit of a problem in, like, sort of a sickness in my body, and fortunately I had to go to the hospital, but I'm okay now. I've been taking medications and everything, and I'm starting to feel better, so I'm all right now. However, so I did not have enough time to do a lot of streams yesterday, so I only had time for one, of course. But still, I'm feeling much better. A little bit. It still takes time for the medicine to fully heal my little sickness. But I'm alright. But, anyways, with that out of the way, it's time to begin this video now. So, as you guys are aware, the video I posted talking about my strategies, how I countered, well, not really, but if you guys remember a few weeks ago, like back in July, when I was going up against some of those players on Resident Evil Resistance, when I streamed that game again, and you guys remember what I said. So, in case you guys didn't, so let me tell you guys first. As you guys know, there are some players who are toxic or some who are friendly. That is true. And there are some players who are skilled and everything, which is real nice and professional. I'll give it that. However, there are some players who use their skills to, like, I would say, way too much, because obviously they think their strategy is, I don't know, overpowered, or yeah, I don't even know which word I could say, but what I can say is sometimes if they overuse it or think it's unstoppable, they abuse it, and they kind of use it to, if I would say this correctly, toxic, or use it to taunt or teabag the killer or whatever game they play. So obviously, as you guys recall, 2 years and last year in 2023 and in 2024, there have been a bunch of Twitch streamers who I encountered. Some of them have been friendly, nice, and you guys already met them, of course, and they're real nice and friendly. That is true. But some of them have been toxic, and, well, fortunately, if you guys remember correctly from the very beginning when I said this, I have ways to deal with toxic players, because, let me say this, they have skill and strategy. I'll give them that. And they have really, really good skills. But, however, if I see any players, like, I'm pretty sure you guys will agree with me on this, and you guys seen it on, like, not, like, how can I say this, like, in Resident Evil Resistance and in Dead by Daylight, when I go into some matches, you guys have seen some players, like, using teabagging, like, when they, okay, take Dead by Daylight, for example. Like, in some of the matches I've done over the past few years on Dead by Daylight, you guys have seen some players doing, like, teabagging, where they do this, or, yeah, something like that, when they crouch down, and yeah, that's basically teabagging. To some players, they think they're just doing it to have fun, and I don't know, they see it that it's just to have fun, to do as a joke, as a prank, while some think it's rude, misbehaving, and toxic that they're making fun of them. But to me, on the other hand, I see it as suspicious, and not to mention that it could be a sign of a threat. And you guys are probably asking me, oh, that's ridiculous. How is it a threat? Well, that's because, like I said, every single player who has played DBD who are Twitch streamers over the like ever since it's been released, they have skill and strategy. I'll give them that. But me, same thing. However, there is one thing that they do not have that I do. Because if you also guys remember this, some players and some people in life told me that people thought I was stupid. Like I know I kept saying this repeat in one of my videos, but people who I thought were my friends in online or in life, they thought I was dumb, I was stupid, and I was not professional or skilled. Well, if I was stupid or if I was dumb, then I wonder what happens when the power I've obtained so far for over the past few years, because I obtained this power ever since the day I was betrayed and lied and I was on my own for the past few years. And like I told you guys before, I learned a lot of stuff on my own, and I taught this to not only to Chris and Lewis, but a few other friends I trust on Twitch. Because let's just say if I do land on a Twitch player, just to be on the safe side, let's just say my friends do a little bit something on that person, where it's a he or she on their channel, just to be on the safe side. Because, like I said, some of the Twitch players I encounter have been friendly and nice, and I would say mostly 90% chance that the Twitch players I have landed ever since I played Dead by Daylight have been nice and friendly. I have not, well, I have landed on some toxic streamers on Twitch. Sorry, let me repeat that. I have landed on some toxic players on Dead by Daylight, but that was like merely 10%, because 95% have been real friendly and real nice to me, while some, which are 5%, have been toxic and crazy, and some of them have been like on drugs, if I ever had to say. So, yeah. But, like I said, for those of you who don't know this, because obviously, if you think I'm stupid or dumb, think again. Because obviously, I have ways to protect my channel. For one of them, I can tell you, because I'm not that dumb or stupid. Because one, this is always the smartest and right thing to do. Because obviously, some players think, and they make a good point. Like, let me say this first. So obviously, people who are streamers, they either stream on YouTube or Twitch or any other websites, they always put YT or TTV at the end of their username. And obviously, that's how some players were able to find their channel and call them, oh, you're stream sniping, oh, you're toxic, or yeah. And obviously, some players say, how am I stream sniping? because, well, not me, to some of the players who they fought against over the past few years. Because they kept complaining, saying that, oh, this person is teabagging, this person is stream sniping me. Wrong. Because obviously, the way I see it, those are a bunch of lies. Because if they were doing that, obviously, you would need proof and evidence to show it. So, obviously, that's what I need. I need proof and evidence to make sure and prove to myself I'm innocent and I'm not the bad guy. So, obviously, like I said before, you guys, like, even right now, if I tell you guys, oh, this person mentioned my name and they were making fun of me, and you guys want to see proof? Well, like I said, and that's my example. People think I'm lying or stuff like this. They think, oh, another sniper is lying. He's just telling lies. And obviously you guys are going to say, so who's telling the truth? Well, like I said, I have taught some of my friends this little strategy of mine, just in case if situations happen like this. And to make it more clearly, I'll show you guys a little demonstration of the power I have obtained. But before I say it, what I'm about to tell you guys right now, like, I am no hacker. I am not, like, I don't know what you guys are going to say about me, but just for the record, I can't hack. That's illegal. And I'm not that heartless person anymore. But let's just say, not me, but one of my friends knows how to do a little trick. And yeah. And after they finish, they send it to me, of course. And I do a little, like, clipping just to show you guys my example. So, here's what I'm going to do. By the end of this video, I will post a second video, but just for 1 minute, or depending how long the video is. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Because, like I said, I have landed on a bunch of Twitch streamers who have been friendly and nice, and that makes me real happy, and I support them as well. But for the toxic streamers on Twitch, they have no idea, because they think, oh, I'm a loser, I'm an idiot, or I don't have skills. Oh, okay. So if I don't have skills, would a person with not skills do something like this? And like I said, by the time this video ends, you guys are going to see my example. Because don't think of it as I'm teaching, well, sorry, still having a hard time talking. But don't think of this I'm trying to be rude or be mean, because technically I did not start this. This person was talking about me and they started it, not me, because you guys already know this. I don't care if I win or lose. However, any players who mention my name, or if they also toxic message me, like when they mention my name, I'll get suspicious. But if they toxic message me on PlayStation, or even think about, but I don't think they will, because honestly, like I said before, some people put TTV or YT, and honestly, that's how they find their channel. But me, on the other hand, no, because this channel, and told you guys from the beginning, I am not trying to become popular. I am not trying to become famous. This channel, I'm only trying to show my skills and be support of my Twitch friends. That's it. Because obviously I want to help my friends and get them more subscribers, more viewers, and all that stuff. But of course, they have better technology and better equipment. Because me on the other hand, I don't have any of that stuff. However, the power I have is, well, like I said, I don't use it for evil or any bad stuff. I use it for good, and like I said, you need proof and evidence to make sure to show your innocence. Because otherwise, if you just say, like, I don't know, if I say something like this, oh, this person was talking toxic stuff about me, but obviously I need proof. Otherwise, the streamer, on the other hand, is going to say, oh, no, this person is being toxic. Another sniper is being toxic and he's just hating me. Well, and you guys are going to say, who's telling the truth? That is why I said before, the power I've obtained, let's just say, not me, but some of my other friends have a little strategy of their own, and I have shared ways to help them even more with this kind of strategy. So, yeah. And I believe there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, by the time this video ends, I will post a second video just for like maybe 1 minute, because to show you guys a little demonstration what happens. Because if this person, he or she, mentions my name, I'll get suspicious. But if anyone, and I'm saying this, anyone who toxic message me on that, on PlayStation, or if they somehow, I don't know, find my channel and say something stupid or inappropriate or any cursing or bad words, the way I see it as a threat. And I'm serious. But I don't let my anger or any of my negative emotions get to me. I always remain calm, and I always have an advantage. So, yeah. But I know to you guys, maybe, because here's what I'm also going to do, and this will be the final thing. So, once I post the second video, I will also post something on the community board. And once you guys see the video, I'm just going to ask you guys 2 simple questions. So I'm going to post 2 things on the community board. Question number 1 and question number 2. That's simple. But anyways, I hope you guys understand, and if you guys are a little bit scared or maybe not, I'm just letting you guys know. So, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Now I remember. So, sorry. I just remembered. It came back to me. So, one more thing. And as you guys know, back in Resident Evil Resistance, I'm pretty sure you guys remember this part what I said. Sometimes if the match gets suspicious and I'm thinking, what if these players are toxic? So obviously I have another strategy. And they think, but they think wrong. So sometimes I also quit the game. Like quit the match. And to them, they think maybe, oh, I rage quit and I'm upset. Well, think again. I make it look like I rage quit, because obviously that would trigger it. Because if they are toxic, then obviously they would toxic message me and saying, haha, you lost. But that is my little strategy. Well, second strategy. But as for the remaining strategies, you guys are going to have to figure that out. But, yeah. But, Yeah, I know I said everything was like weird, but anyways, I'm just letting you guys know. So once again, once I once this video is done, I will post another video just to show you guys a little demonstration. And two, after the second video is done, I will ask you guys two simple questions on the community board, and yeah, so keep an eye out for that. So with that said, yeah, but anyways, for real this time, don't forget to like and subscribe. So peace out, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again when I start streaming again. I don't know when, and you guys might not receive a notification, of course, but still, it all depends. All right, but either way, peace.